It's the Marc Clarke Morning Show. Healthy, wealthy, and wise.
Delicious beverage?
Duh.
And welcome to the show again. Thank you to all of my lovely partners who are making it happen. Shout out to everybody. I hope you had a great weekend. I've been hustling since the weekend, and hopefully I have some great news for you this week. Let me bring my man on. Bootsy Vegas, ladies and gentlemen, is in the building. Bootsy.
Welcome home, sir.
Yes, sir, is here, ladies and gentlemen. He's here.
So
yeah, man, I've been running around. I drove down. I did a Bootsy. So for those who don't know, one part of Bootsy's life, he is an instructor, and he has this amazing program. And he has these relationships with these colleges. And not only does Bootsy prepare these young people in media and get them ready, he will take them down to the colleges that they go to. Uncle Bootsy, Daddy Bootsy will get in the car and take them down. So,
and the interesting thing is the reason why I'm late is because I just locked in a groundbreaking partnership for Deanwood Radio Broadcast, 2 in 1 day.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's not just a pretty face.
Right. And please, and as you know, I never talk about your wife on here. Please let your amazing wife know that she's going to be crying when she hears this news, because her story on my program is literally responsible for this new partnership that has just secured 2 scholarships for Deanwood Radio Broadcast, courtesy of the Washington Area American Black Journalists Association.
Wow.
Let your wife know it's going to be, you know, and as you can see, I don't even call y'all as a group no more. I don't even call y'all because I called her so much in 2021, but I'm going to let her know this one, you know what I mean?
Let her know.
Also,
yes,
just locked in as of 10 minutes ago. Groundbreaking for EDU broadcast journalism program, college or high school. My program is now in charge of announcing all Maryland public charter schools and DC public charter schools basketball games. We are now handling the production. Our first broadcast will be Friday at Ron Brown School. 2 of my students will be calling the basketball game.
Come on now, Bootsy Vegas. Now, if you need old Uncle Mark, because you know, back in those hard streets of Springfield, Illinois,
Yeah,
It all started.
the grass didn't grow up in Springfield. I heard.
It started in them hard streets of Springfield. It started with the announcements in middle school, but then, like you said, in high school, I was able to be at 6'6" forward, All-American, and Kevin Campbell.
Well, now it's interesting because I just called two of my students about an hour ago and said, "Oh, be ready. Life comes at you fast, and studies journalistic opportunities. Let's go to a 12:30 Zoom and be ready for Friday." And they was like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, don't worry about it. Just know this is what's happening."
And it does. It really does come at you fast. And having someone like you to get them prepared is a blessing. So Speaking of blessings, when she was on the first week and the phones have been ringing off the hook. Everybody wants Sandra Pearsall back. And so here she is, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado. Sandra is a real estate guru. She's an artist guru. She's an actress. She does it all. And today, we're gonna, she's busy. She's busy, Bootsy. So today we're gonna hop into a little bit of crypto. And I told Sandra that she was, a lot of people talk about crypto, and obviously it's the thing. But Sandra, and I think it's her gift, she was the first person that kind of broke it down, and I got it. You know what I mean? And so she's giving me some nice tips. She's kind of got me, explained it to me, and.
Well, today of all days is an amazing day to have her on here to talk about cryptocurrency because of the current climate of cryptocurrency as of today. So what a day to have her on here.
Well, look at God. Ain't no accidents. I see, hey, Jarrell, I see you, brother. Jarrell, I need to get you on next week, by the way. Jarrell Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. So Sandra, as Bootsy said, you sent me, Sandra keeps me posted. I'm talking about Sandra don't sleep and I don't sleep. So she's always sending me stuff about da-da-da-da-da. Your man said this just went up. Keep your head up, Mark. Just because it's down today don't mean da-da-da. Okay, Mark, keep your head up, Mark. So Sandra, what is going on? Bootsy mentioned what's going on. What's going on in the crypto world that people are talking about today?
Well, actually, a lot of the crypto is exploding. A lot of us know Elon Musk, and he kind of is like, they call him the godfather of crypto. And whenever he tweets something, for some reason, all the crypto seem to blow up. And all of his employees around the world invest in Dogecoin. And he is a Dogecoin fan. And he sent out a tweet to McDonald's that he would actually, eat a Happy Meal on TV if they accept Dogecoin. And just in a matter of minutes, Dogecoin started going off the chart. And I've seen this before because it was one night he tweeted something about Dogecoin, and about 3-4 o'clock in the morning, I turned over, I look at my phone, I got about 9,500 profit from a tweet.
Wow.
And I'm talking about profit. I could remove my profit and leave my original investment there. You see?
Did you do that? Did you do that day?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And I actually invested in, other crypto with the, the profit. I do a lot of reinvesting. I do, I'm actually day trading. So I spend a lot of time looking at stocks, reading up on the stocks, looking at the history, everything that I can find out about a stock, whether it's crypto or stocks. But I'm spending more time on crypto because crypto is where to be.
Okay. Is it okay if I ask you a question? Because
Sure.
I would love, because I want to get this in. So this just happened as of yesterday. Facebook announced, I don't know if you heard this or not, the Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook have announced is that they're getting out of the crypto game. So that was very interesting. I would love to know what your perspective is. And do you think that it will have the same effect that Elon Musk does, because when I saw Facebook say that they make a public announcement that they were getting out of it, that was alarming to me as well, since we're having like a somewhat of a crash today.
Well, actually, Facebook, I don't think
Meta.
it will have, Meta, Metaverse.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Right,
Meta. Yes. I don't think that's going to have much of a effect. You're going to find that crypto goes up and down, and it can go way up in just a matter of seconds, and it can go way down in a matter of seconds. Because of the new way of spending, you have these large banks, JP Morgan, Bank of America. These are the largest banks in the US, and also Amazon, who has crypto teams together and, working on accepting crypto. Facebook been under a lot of fire with a lot of things, a lot of lawsuits and stuff like that. So I would not get discouraged because of that, because the new money, I'm telling everybody today, the new money is crypto. And our people in general, as Black people, we always miss out. And I just want people to know it doesn't matter. I mean, you can buy hundreds of thousands of crypto for merely pennies now, So what you're going to lose if you invest $100? That's a few cups of Starbucks coffee, So for the most part, I would say go ahead and at least look into it. If you don't invest, just look into it.
Okay. Now, I'm not like Mark. I am trying so hard to get into it, but nobody has ever broke it down. If I'm a new person like me who wants to possibly invest, what would be the best two to start with? Because there are so many. I don't know how I would be able to understand which has more value in that. Could you just break down in layman terms of people like me, what would be the first two, maybe the one or the first two to invest in the beginning?
And Sandra, before you tell him, I'm gonna walk him through what you did with me, and then you can tell, you can break it. You're the true voice, but so Bootsy, just like you, I had no idea, and I think, like you said, it's so broad, you have no idea where to start, and that's why I love. I think Sandra, the way Sandra approaches, years ago when we first met, Sandra was doing this with real estate. And I asked her that question, the people, do you sneak up on people? And I think she does, because she's a regular person, but she happens to be a genius. So that's the part that she don't tell anybody. But anyway,
I can see the halo over her head right now.
She's touched. And so same thing with this. I don't know. I heard people talk about it. And even when the news talks about it, it's not, as Sandra said earlier, with the faith, it's not really accurate how they even say it. I just saw a headline about the your man that plays for the Rams that had his salary put in crypto, right? And they're like, Beckham may have lost blah 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 blah. But as Sandra said, first of all, if that's millions he bought, he still has it. And it goes up and down. It goes up and down. So you can't tell if you lost or not. You're still early in the game. You know what I'm saying? So that's not an accurate headline. And for people like me and you who don't know about it, we'd be like, oh, okay, I guess it's over. It was a bad move. So what Sandra did first was she explained it to me. She said, Mark, here are the ones I look at. So she gave me a list of like 5 or 10, right? And then she gave me 4 that she said, look, this is how this is the app you get to purchase them. And these are the ones that have worked for me that I believe have a good feature. So, Sandra, is that how you introduce it most of the time? Now you actually answered the question. That's how you showed me. And then Sandra, being my girl, she even put some money on it. She's like, here you go, Mark. Put a little something on it. Let little sister go ahead and show you how this game is played. And sure enough,
where the money reside,
and it was up. But it made me understand, just on a simple level, Bootsy, is unlike stocks where you're going to spend, even if it's $20 or $30, it's $10. $10, right. You bought a damn million, whatever. And if that goes up an increment, you just made da-da-da-da. So you're not really risking a lot at this point, but you're early in the game. So go ahead, Sandra, break it down.
I like that.
Okay. Yes. For the most part, when you're early in the game, like with Dogecoin is one of my favorites as well.
Dogecoin, write it down, y'all. Dogecoin.
Yes, yes.
You laughing? I'm writing it down.
Write it down, but she got to tell you what it is. So what does it sound? It's Dogecoin, but what's it called? I forgot. What's
the symbol is DOGE.
DOGE. Okay, gotcha.
Right. And Dogecoin now is accepted at about 22,000 retailers, including AMC and Nordstrom's. The same in Shiba is the other one. My top crypto is Shiba, and they both are being accepted in extremely amount of retail places as of now. A lot of people don't know this, but you can use these coins to even go buy you a Tesla. Any product Tesla sells right now.
Sandra, hold on one quick. I got another OG in the game. Now he ain't OG in the game. It's Dave, the business bully Anderson. He's joining the conversation because he also, again, and it's what I love about, and Bootsy, what we've kind of discovered this last couple of weeks with this thing is being old as I am. I know a lot of people, and they all come from different walks of life. And again, I love the fact Sandra's going to give you something different than the business bully is going to give you. The business bully is going to punch you in the nose and kick you in the balls. Sandra's going to
make fun of you after you do it.
And then Sandra's going to hug you and slowly show you how to do something. So Sandra, continue. The business bully is here.
Okay. Hi, business
Hi.
bully. Nice to meet you.
You too. I'm so sorry.
And I'm sorry, Sandra. I got to tell Dave this because it's hilarious. Bootsy, you'll laugh too. So Dave was on Friday with Olivia Fox, right? And so I was talking to Olivia Saturday, and Olivia was like, "Oh my God, that guy who was going in on Radio 1." She said, "I had to hold it together to keep from laughing. He was killing me." I said, "Yeah, you know him." She's like, "I don't think I know him." I said, "What are you talking about? That's Dave Anderson." He was like, Dave. She was like, "Dave Anderson." She was like, I know a heavier guy. I know a heavy guy. I don't know. I didn't know him. I was like, that's him. So congratulations, Dave. Go ahead. 100 pounds.
Congratulations.
Plus. There you go. She didn't recognize you.
Woo!
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sandra. No more introductions. No more interruptions. Go ahead.
Well, congratulations on the weight loss.
Thank you, Sandra. Don't let me distract you. You're rolling.
Yes. But this crypto has been around for years. I've heard about Bitcoin years ago, and when somebody approached me about it, I was doing real estate, so it was like I'm busy. I really don't have time to take a look at this coin. And then I heard, this scam, they scams this and scams that, so I never looked at it. Then one day I looked at it when I got into crypto. I saw that 63,000 a coin. And I said, now I really should be kicking myself right now, because I could have had those coins for $50, $100 back when I first heard about them, So I don't want people in general now to continue to miss out, because millionaires, I'm seeing it with my own eyes and my own pockets. Millionaires are being made every day.
With your own pockets, you say? With your own pockets.
All right, wait a minute. Give us some. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Sandra ain't playing. Let me tell you something. When Sandra was in real estate, she was in real estate. She's in crypto. She's in crypto. That's my last one. I'm not going. I'm tempted to do one more, Sandra, but I'm leaving it right there. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, one day I was watching my Shiba tokens, and it shot all the way up to $45,000 just in profit, not my investment. So I took some of that out and just invested in some more crypto. I do like Cardano. I do know Cardano is a really good one. And you don't have to buy even whole shares in these cryptocurrencies. If you see something that you like, that's it's going in the right direction, that's like Bitcoin. Right now it's about 30-something thousand a coin. It went down. but you can buy shares. You can buy $100 of shares in Bitcoin, and I do think everybody should have a portion of Bitcoin or Ethereum, because they are the two main fathers of the crypto. But this is something anybody can do. Young kids are making tons of money. We had one young man invested $17 into Shiba and turned that $17 into $6 million. You guys can go and read USA Today. You can go to American Journal, and you can find these stories of these very young people who are becoming millionaires every day because they're getting on to this crypto. They're not thinking about going to college. They not thinking like, I'm going to get a job. I'm going to go and work at McDonald's and make money. They're not thinking like that. They thinking different. The new age kids have this stuff down pat. You can learn a lot from a teenager, on this crypto.
Wow. So speaking of teenagers, don't let this gray hair fool you. Business Bully joins us as the youth, and so Business Bully, she's singing a song that you've been saying for the last 15 years, as far as there's a new way to approach life. The old way is broke, and don't be afraid. And so, I know you have a lot of clients who are in crypto, and also I hit Sandra, I hit Dave, because Sandra also is an artist who just discovered that's another story if you missed her original story, but now she has this amazing art, Dave, and I hit you because she wants to get into NFTs, and so I know you have a client that's an NFT guy. But anyway, so Dave, hop in on the crypto. Some people are just joining, and again, I think for many of us it's brand new, so we don't have any idea. What's your take? Where's it going? And
Okay, so here's the thing, right? Let's not make this overly complicated. For example, in 1995, when I signed up for my first debilitating student loan, they didn't give me a crap ton of money on the table. I signed a piece of paper, and then they sent some money digitally to Temple University to pay for my tuition, right? That in and of itself is cryptocurrency. It's not physical currency. It's literally numbers. So it's a binary situation. That's one. Number two, the only difference between that transaction and cryptocurrency transactions is the fact that they are not backed by any governmental bank organization. So the blockchain in and of itself regulates what's happening. To put that another way, if you pull out a dollar bill, and Mark, you've got several of them, you can pull out a dollar bill and it says this legal tender is good for all debts, public and private. What cryptocurrency allows you to do is privatize your money. So basically, think of this as like your great Uncle Skippy's old mattress that he had, $25, $30, $40,000 in. That's what it is, right? Now that they're trying to come up with these laws to tax and regulate crypto because they don't like us making money. It's like when they said that's too much power for one man to have. This is a situation where you can free yourself, right? And what's so important about crypto, and what I try to tell people about NFTs, is people are like, why am I going to buy a picture of a monkey, Dave? You're so smart, Mr. Genius. Break that down. I'm like, you're looking at the monkey. You're not looking at what the monkey represents. The same way you think a piece of recycled denim is actual money, when this country has not been backed by the gold standard in a good 150 years, is the same way that it's not about the NFT, it's about the contract that comes with the NFT, the experiences that the NFT allows you to have. This is where the world is going. Now, my great Uncle Sam was born in 1896, and I'm gonna land this plane. He was born in 1896, and literally, he was a black man with blue eyes. The funny thing was, he had no hospital record, right? So they put his birth certificate in the Bible, right? So that's how we know he was born in 1896. Now, my great Uncle Sam also had rotary phones all throughout his house, right? If you look at my great Uncle Sam's house, I ripped up all them rotary phones. You want to know why? Great Uncle Sam died in 1996. Okay? We're not going back. You're not going to check out your Lycos email. You're not having a conversation on a
AOL.
listserv. Like, we're not going backwards, people. So you're either going to get on this, or like what black people tend to do, generally speaking, is wait till it hits and be like, oh, I need to get up on this. It's too late. This is the gold rush now.
Right. Right.
That's all I got for now.
Right. Right. I agree 100%. And it's okay to fear, have some fear, but you have to step out of that fear box, because we invest money every single day. We open our eyes when we drive out of the house and we stop at a fast food restaurant and we buy a couple burgers. We invest in money when we go to the hair store and buy hair products. We just have to start directing our money and making better decisions with our money in general. The crypto is definitely a great way. And I'm not sure, Mr. Bully, if you agree, but I do think Cardano is definitely a good investment with the crypto. Shiba, Dogecoin, Saitama, Flocky, and then you have some other ones like Stellar and Bitcoin and Ethereum, definitely Litecoin and VET.
So Sandra, okay. So somebody's like, well, how do you spell? What's the proper spell? So you said Shiba's is SHEBA, right? That's Shiba, right?
Yeah, Shiba Inu. Now Shiba Inu is a newest coin that came out in August of 2020. Dogecoin came out in 2013. Shiba is already up over 400 million% in 1 year. In 1 year. I don't know any investment you ever going to see that's going to go up 400% in 1 year. I mean, 400 million%.
Wow. So Andre says you got to be careful with crypto. He says I'm a miner. Now I don't know. Now Dave and Sandra, you mentioned blockchain. Now to be honest, I was in a meeting the other day. Blockchain, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. So when you're a miner, what are you doing when you're a miner? I don't know.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I do know a lot of the crypto deal with mining. And I still been trying to understand it. Coinbase is a platform where you can get a lot of information on the tokens and take classes, and they'll actually give you money like $10, $5 to take these 1-minute classes. And it is a little difficult to understand, but I feel
exactly.
You don't have to know every single thing. You don't have to understand every little thing in order to make money. I didn't understand every single thing in real estate, but I ended up with 15 houses, and was able to build 2 houses from the ground up. So don't feel you need to know every single thing about the token. Just enough that you get involved. Just get involved.
Let me take that to a different level. Right? So in the 1800s, Harriet Tubman plotted a course from her plantation, and she wound up in Philadelphia, where I live. Right? She didn't know the way. She followed the North Star and she kept it moving. Now, when she kept coming back, there were some slaves who were like, well, how's we going to get there? What is we going to do? Oh, Lord, I just don't know. Listen, some people are descended from the slaves that Harriet would have shot or decided to stay with Massa because Massa good white folk. Y'all always want to understand stuff when it involves some type of work and a learning curve. But here's the gag. Marc Clarke, let me ask you a question. Have you ever gone to the bathroom at 2 o'clock in the morning, sir?
Yes, I have.
How's the light switch work?
With the light switch?
How's the light switch work?
I don't know. It's magic.
Damn right, because all you do is you flip the light switch, the light comes on, and your ass is peeing. You're not thinking about the fact that that electrical signal is triggered from flipping that switch, and then that sends a current up through. That current goes through the copper wiring. The wiring goes to the filament gets heated, and boom, light. Because at 2 o'clock in the morning, you just need to take a piss. In other words, piss or get off the pot, but stop talking about, I need to understand everything. You don't understand how it is that you spent all that money in college to not work in your major when you could have just spent $6,000 and made a red snapper, Long Island iced tea, black Russian fuzzy navel, and the sex on the beach. But yet and still, you so proud of your education. If you don't sit your ignorant behinds down.
So
crypto mining, real quick, I'm gonna bring this on. Crypto mining is minting, meaning creating currency on the blockchain. That's what it is. The same way you mint an NFT, the same way you create anything. But stop acting like, oh my God, y'all will find more excuses in a hooker in church to get involved in something and then talk about how everybody's got you down. I'm gonna sit down somewhere.
And so the thoughts and views of Dave Anderson are those of his alone, because I don't want to get arrested.
No, sue me.
But again, I think, I see Delonte's out on here, B. Lawrence. I see a lot of people. My girl Lynn says she says, where's the best wallet to keep cryptocurrency? Do you guys have any favorite wallets?
Man, I got a couple. Hold on, let me pull them up because I got like 5 or 6 wallets in here. Hold on.
I have about 5 or 6 wallets as well. I do use Robinhood for some because Robinhood is a free site. Yep. And I always tell people to get Robinhood first, but Robinhood don't have all the cryptos, and they don't have like new crypto. They want to wait till the crypto is regulated before they list too many cryptos. So I use Coinbase as well. Coinbase do charge a fee, and normally it's about maybe $2.99 a transaction. You have a lot more coins to choose from on Coinbase. Mm-hmm. Crow is my number one. It's crypto.com. It's the number one platform that I use because they pretty much have everything that I buy and that I'm interested in, and I like to be able to make transactions within the wallet as well. Now to get very new-born crypto, like that's born yesterday, the day before, you will need a wallet. Yes. And you will pay gas fees. And I don't get too much into that right away because that usually scare people. The gas fees can be pretty high with these wallets. I'm gonna just name Trust Wallet. You might buy a cryptocurrency and you get 500 billion shares of that particular crypto, but you might pay more in the gas fees than it costs for the tokens.
What is a gas fee? Because I don't know anything about this. Just explain what a gas fee is, because I've heard that.
I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's a charge that these wallets, not these regular platforms, but the wallets use when you buying like these new tokens, like brand new.
Yeah, don't get caught up in the name. It's the cost of doing business. Like for example, PayPal, right? You're going to pay 2.9% per transaction with PayPal, right? That's a gas fee.
Okay,
that's it. Simple, easy. 1, 2, 3. Like let's again, we don't need to get into the weeds in order to enjoy the splendor of the forest.
Right.
Well, guys, this show we need to definitely do a crypto. So let's next week we'll do a whole show dedicated to crypto and get the different. Because I have a brother who has his own, like you said, he has his own. He's building, and he's a little. He has a philosophy that maybe clashes or whatever, but it'd be a good take to have him on. And Sandra, of course, great to have you, business bully. So you guys are welcome to stay. We're gonna talk fitness and health. Okay. So you're welcome to stay, guys, or if you have to go, no problem. Yes, sir, Bootsy.
Chandra, could you share your information with people who might want to learn? And I
Sure.
want to know, is it okay if I get your information from the amazing Marc Clarke? This has been so insightful. You have really sparked me. You two guys' presentation has really sparked me, and I'm sure other people who have a lot of questions, you guys will spark. But Business Bully, the way you just broke it down was amazing. I
He has
think
a gift.
everybody
gift.
needs to hear that presentation.
Yes.
And a curse.
Now that- there
can
you go.
break it down way better than me.
No, we got the dynamic duo. Like I said, we got every walks of life. It's all here.
Yeah,
So and
yes.
again, what I love about both, well, you know what? If I'm honest, everybody that's been on the show is we're all it's all family, right?
Right.
Dave is the grouchy young upstart. Sandra's the anyway. So
She's the loving auntie who's trying to help you
exactly.
get there.
So how
That's
do they
what she
reach you?
is.
How do they reach you, Sandra and Dave? How do they reach you? You guys are you gonna both stay anyway?
Yeah, I'm hanging in there for a bit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. They're gonna stay
Well,
anyway.
I don't want to rush her off that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so, so we're
But
gonna
I'm
take
gonna want
a quick.
Sandra's number though. But I'm gonna want Sandra's number.
I got
You haven't
Sandra.
called me yet, bro.
Absolutely.
You gave me the wrong number.
We're gonna
I
take
need to know. You're supposed to get the number from Mark.
we're gonna take a quick break and be right back.
Yes.
Let's argue in the commercial.
Okay.
Preparing students to demonstrate mastery of math state standards can feel like a dull, unending cycle of equations and practice problems. Unengaged, frustrated students can weigh on teacher confidence and lead to uncertainty about overall achievement. Two Ivy League-trained engineers observed this struggle and created a way to transform how students learn the fundamentals of math. Through the innovative Accoletics math program, EDA has helped more than 400,000 students achieve success on state-administered math tests and transformed the academic strategies and performance of schools nationwide. Accoletics' uniquely designed supplemental materials and tools are well aligned to your state standards and provide a clear path to exceed state proficiency standards. Through ongoing professional development, you will uncover common challenges and activate solutions that promise to improve student achievement in your school. By partnering with EDA and choosing Accoletics, you can start to see an unprecedented return on your investment in as little as one school year. Don't procrastinate on giving your teachers the tools to help students achieve their highest math potential. To learn how you can dramatically improve classroom instruction and learning, test scores, and student confidence, call, email, or visit Accoletics online today.
You know, this again is our partnership. You know, it's all about partnerships. If you have a product, if you have an amazing whatever, and you want to get some exposure, please contact me. Accoletics, if you are in education, this program is world class and it's amazing. I'm very close to the creator of it. And so he's in Florida, but he's available all over the world. Anyway, welcome back. And so now we're going to be talking fitness and health. Dr. Courtney Roberts is in the building. You guys, what's going on, Doc? Who's that handsome man you have next to you with you?
Hi, I'm Dr. Roberts. This is my partner. I'm letting him introduce himself for you.
My name is Rodney Cray. I'm a certified master trainer.
Welcome, guys. And so we're you guys, are you guys at Ignite? So again, my neighbor / sister, she owns Ignite, and you guys are working together. And I understand you have a great you're working on a great supplement that we'll have you back on to talk about that. But we're really just talking about fitness and health in this segment. You know, Dave and I have shared that we, in addition to being on a weight loss program, we also did have the weight loss surgery. Bootsy is a 2-time cancer survivor. Sandra has lost weight. And so I think we all realize the power of living a healthy lifestyle. And I think this COVID has everybody, I think, in some cases scared, but they're also understanding how important it is to be at your best health. One observation, I think one of the things I think this COVID thing has taught, or not even taught, because I don't know if Americans are paying attention, is that Americans, we took for granted when people have high blood pressure and diabetes and these pre-existing conditions. I think Americans took it for granted. It didn't stop them from drinking Coke. It didn't stop them from eating salt and fried foods. People are like, yep, I got, and me and my mother used to argue, I can have a piece of cake. I'm like, Mom, you take insulin twice a day. But it's like, I think we took our health for granted and not understanding. So if your body gets attacked and you have pre-existing conditions, you are at a disadvantage, so much so you might get taken the hell out of here, right? Yep. And so, Doc and have you guys noticed that people are now more conscious at least? Is it easier riding to get people in the gym now, or what are you guys finding out as far as that?
Well, Mark, with the COVID, virtual and Zoom has really took force, and a lot of people now are working out through that now. But the gym is definitely crowded also. Yes, sir.
So there, and you think what is it? Is it fear? It's just realization? What do you think? Or are there some people picked up some weight during COVID too?
Well, to be honest, Mark, I think a lot of people just want to start to live healthy. So we as human beings now, we know that you can make as many plans as you want, but if you're not healthy, them plans does not matter. So it's all about living a healthy lifestyle. And that's why Dr. Roberts and I, we partnered up, because we want to talk to the world on what we can provide services on, how we can teach people how to have a healthy lifestyle. We can teach them that.
Yeah, I do feel like COVID has brought some of these underlying diseases to the front of people's minds. But honestly, I don't think it's talked about enough. Not on social media, not by Dr. Fauci and the people that are really doing, reaching out to more and, backing all of these big companies. It's not talked about enough that we have to be healthy as individuals. We have to exercise. We have to eat right in order for our immune systems to function properly, and in order for us to have all of the nutrients that we need for us to even fight off anything, whether it be COVID, the flu, or whatever it is.
What I'm just frustrated by with kind of the narratives that are going on with even the vaccines and the masks and Americans being outraged, is that so Americans, you're not outraged with the fact that the obesity numbers and the fact that, especially African Americans, you look at the rate of diabetes and high blood pressure and stroke and heart attack and cancer. You ain't outraged at that. You ain't outraged at 64 ounces of Coca-Cola. You ain't outraged at, in your communities, all you have is fried foods and no greens. You ain't outraged at none of that. But you're outraged because you got to put a damn mask on, or you got to do whatever. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. It's the same thing with the school thing. So parents, you're outraged about masks, but what's the school doing though? What's the grades looking like? And so I think Americans, we're all over the place about things that get us so outraged. And like you said, when you talk about just health in general, I have a friend who has he has an insurance company. And he said one of the most heartbreaking things as a Black man that has his own insurance company is the reality is by the time he talks to his peers who are 40 plus, 80% of them can't qualify, or it's too expensive for them to have life insurance. It's like not too expensive, but the rates are crazy.
Respect. Yeah.
And the crazy part was I was having a conversation with him about this, and he had a stroke.
Wow.
And he almost died. He made it out. But again, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, and I think that kind of speaks to it, just like when you see from doctors and nurses who smoke. And it's like America, when it comes to health, and I just talked to Elizabeth about this, it's weird. We're disconnected. Doctors that treat cancer every day, they go smoke on their break. Nurses too. So I'm gonna ask y'all, why? What's America's problem? Why are we so distracted? You know what? Yeah, Dave, you go ahead. Let the business book, because I know he's going to say something crazy but accurate.
See, when I say something, okay, you're right. I'm going to piss people off. Okay, so there's this thing I've coined, Mark. It's called SLOW, selective lying outrage disease. So that's what it is. Like, the Negroes get outraged about things because somebody told them to get outraged, whether it's the media, whether it's social media. Oh, well, I'm mad about this. This is just not right. But you having ham hocks, homie. Like, I look at how people eat, Mark, and listen, as a recovering fataholic, I'm gonna tell you, man, I miss Coca-Cola. I miss that good fizzy feeling. I do. But you and I both know if a Coca-Cola comes down here, it's it. And I don't mean that like a slogan. You have to start making accountable choices for what you want in your life. When they told me that, look, from 2015, I've been talking about getting a gastric sleeve, right? I didn't get one till 2021. As soon as they told me that Rona was taking out the fat people first, I was like, cut me up. You best to cut me up. You never listen. I'm not trying to die, homie. And that's just what it is. Yes, we all know that if the mask work, then why the social distancing? If the social distancing work, why the mask? If social distancing the mask work, why can't we sit next to each other? Why we got to be inside? Why we got to be outside when we eat? A lot of it does not make sense. And I mean, I'm not going to get into the very troubled history of Dr. Fauci. But go look up AZT and Fauci and go off. The thing of it is, until Black people start taking accountability for themselves in all aspects of their lives, I don't want to hear it. If I can put the hot dogs down, if I can walk away from the cheesesteaks, your ass can too. If I can get my ass up every day and go to the gym, I'm not trying to hear nothing from you. I went from a 6X to a 3X in 6 months. I'm not trying to hear your excuses. Right. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Right. So Rodney, I know you lean on Jesus, but you lean on them weights too. So yes, Rodney, what have you noticed? And that's the thing. I have a friend. My friend Stan, and I have to laugh because trainers, you guys are funny because the way you look at life is different because it's your whole life. So you see a lot of people who said they're going to do something and didn't do it, who struggle with following eating rules and this and that. So I remember I asked my trainer, we're really close, and I said, man, when you see fat people, what do you think? And he said, lazy. And I was like, damn. But it's like Dave said, when you go through the weight loss, when you go through the gastric thing, which is the extreme, when your ass go get your stomach cut in half because you can't control yourself, it does make you look at yourself differently. And so now when I walk in, if I'm in a buffet or if I'm at a 7-Eleven and I see a guy doing what I used to do, buy the big bite with the large Coke and the chips, it's funny because I'm like, you know what? My trainer said lazy and I was offended, but it's lack of discipline, it's lack of focus, it's a certain degree of laziness. So Rodney, now what do you say to that? And it's not all. I'm not calling everybody who's fat lazy. All I'm saying is that yes, it could be genetic. Yes, it could be your predisposition, but you do have to be responsible for the choices, like Dave said. And I can now say that I am much more conscious than I've ever been. And again, I was a fit guy who got fat. But go ahead, Rodney. I'm sorry.
I believe, Mark, like my philosophy is information. I'm really good at motivating and empowering and inspiring people to want to achieve their goals. One of the biggest factors that pushes people away is because people don't see results. Now, me personally, I'm big on results, and it's the way that we're going to go tackle that to bring that into existence, right? The way that I train, I believe in maintaining posture, maintaining proper alignment, maintaining form. I believe in being a facilitator because I want to teach each client how to get to the maintenance phase with the information to live healthy. That's what I'm really good at, Mark. So a lot of people that I've had the privilege to work with, man, they really reaching their goals. When I was working at fitness, the gyms right now is really overcrowded right now. I'm not going to lie to you. So the persona that people is lazy and people is fat, I want to throw that out the window. Now, I know your trainer have said that, but I want to bring something different to the table. And what I want to bring to the table is we want to show people how to make healthy decisions that can change their lifestyle, that allow them to feel empowered, inspired, and we're going to release the endorphins and the endopamines, which will allow you to feel good about yourself. That's
right. And Roddy, in full disclosure, and my trainer who said that, he took that back. He took that back. He said I took that back because I realized, again, there's a whole bunch of reasons, but I thought it was interesting because I think, again, when you're in that, when you see people say they want something but aren't willing to do it,
you got to
right? And you guys see it day in and day out. And Doc, I want to come, Bootsy, I know you want to say something, but then Doc, I wanted to come back to you because that's something else I realized I've done everything. I've done every diet and they all work. I've done everything. I did the 60-day juice fast, whatever. And so what I realized, even with this thing that Dave and I did, it's like a lot of times people are like, why didn't doctors tell me this? Because a lot of times they look at it, it's like an average. When I did a 60-day juice fast, I was no longer pre-diabetic. I was no longer hypertensive. For 60 days, I only had juices. And so I was like, wow, why don't they tell us this? Well, because you ain't going to maintain that. And the average person is not going to go to that extreme. And if they do, they're not going to maintain it. So therefore, they don't really even go there because they're basically saying, y'all ain't going to do that. So I'm sorry, Bootsy. And also shout out to Bootsy. When this first started, Bootsy, who survived cancer 2 times.
Congratulations.
He sent me a list, just like Sandra sent me a list of crypto. Bootsy sent me a list of healthy supplements that I needed to make sure I added to my diet. So I'm sorry, Bootsy, you go ahead.
No, I just wanted to add on to what the business bully was saying, and what he's saying up there is the fact that I think what you guys are great at is getting the messaging. I think the key to all this is that we have to do a better job of the messaging of letting people know the end game and what the result will be if you do not implement this. So I just think what you guys are saying, the business bully and the people up top, is amazing. And I just think we got to do a better job of really letting people to know the end game. What the business bully, what Dave just said was, well, I was going to die. And I don't know if people really understand that sometimes if is the message conveyed the fact that if you do not do this, if you stay on this path, death will be the end result. So I just wanted to say that I think you guys are doing a great job of messaging. And I think that really is the issue, is really telling people what the end result in the end game will be.
And so Doc, again, Judith is saying everyone doesn't have an excuse. Sometimes there are other issues, and it's true. Mental health. I was just talking to Elizabeth. You're right. We eat our most of we use food to comfort us, right? A lot of people use food to comfort, and a whole bunch of different reasons. So Doc, as a doctor, and I know you do a lot of homeopathic, and what advice would you give for those who are struggling with weight loss, and struggling with it? Because I think the gym is obviously a great tool, but what you eat and what you're putting in your body, that's what I think Dave and I have discovered. That's the most important thing, I think, for if your diet's right, but if your diet's wrong and you're at the gym, you're probably not going to have that great results. But Doc, what's the most important thing you'll say?
Yeah, I would say the biggest problem that I see is that the people that we are looking to guide us in our health decisions are not adequately trained in the effects of nutrition on our health in general. So, you need to see a doctor, you need to see a naturopathic doctor, an integrative doctor that is trained to know there are a bunch of different diets to treat different conditions, and that can really guide you on what you're doing. Because for the most part, conventional medical doctors have very little training in nutrition. So they're not going to be the ones that are going to tell you, you need to eat this way in order to lose weight. They might say you need to lose weight because there's a bunch of studies that show that weight loss and that obesity will lead you to all of these different chronic diseases, but they don't know how to get you there because they're just not trained to. They know how to prescribe a drug to help get you there or to prevent you from dying once you do get some of those comorbidities. But look for a doctor that is trained in nutrition, that is going to treat the whole person, treat the underlying causes. And I'm glad that I didn't see the person's name that mentioned mental health, but that is a huge thing that I see with African American patients and just with all patients, because we do have to address a lot of the underlying traumas that are causing us to be stuck in these same patterns, and to just really change our belief system in the way that we approach health.
And Doc and Doc and Rodney, you guys are going to be back because you have an amazing product you're working on that's going to revolutionize everything. We'll get you back and talk about that. We're going to wrap things up, guys, because I have another interview. But Sandra, you actually have been through it all, and thank you for all the information you provide, Sandra. But you're looking great. Talk to us just briefly. You know, we talked about, you know, you went through your weight loss journey, Sandra. As we get ready to wrap things up, tell us about, you know, what you learned about yourself for your weight loss journey, and maybe give us some advice for those who are also going through the same.
Mm.
Can you hear
Sandra's Wi-Fi.
Her Wi-Fi went Wi-Fi.
That's okay. Well, that's fine. So as we wrap things up, Dave.
Yes, sir.
Imagine that, the final word.
Oh, I feel touched. Listen, I'm going to say this to you, right? We can no longer, as Black people, regardless of religious...
Dave, not only Black people watching this show, we are worldwide, young man.
You're right. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We as an all-inclusive human race that reaches the diaspora people, whether you're Munchkins or Wookiees from Endor, we can no longer afford to make our decisions and filter them through our feelings, right? We do need to get attorneys, accountants, and counselors and psychiatrists and psychologists. We do need personal trainers. We need dietitians. We need somebody to help manage our finances. And it's okay to not know it all. It's okay to pray, yes, but also make sure that you're putting some practical actions behind your prayers. That is the only way we're going to get to the next level. So for me and for mine, I'm going to do everything that I can in order to get healthy. Just like I'm going to continue to eat my real moss seed gel, you know, because it's beautiful. It's wonderful. And that's the thing. I want you to make better decisions. I made better decisions. I mean, I'm a sex symbol. What are you going to do?
Not the lick lip. He just licked the lip.
I'm just going to put some guava on my lips, Mark.
Okay. Dave never did that when he was, you know, bigger.
No, 500-pound Dave wasn't doing that.
But he always thought he was cute, though.
Oh, okay. Damn right. I'll take your girl.
So Isaac said,
right now.
Isaac said, how often did you have juice? So Isaac, I did basically 4 juices a day. When I did it, I did 4 juices a day, just kind of clean out the system. And yeah, it was interesting. After a couple days, the hunger goes away, and you go, okay, so this is what hunger feels like. Like Doc said, you sometimes, you know, what happens is we're so used to our habits, our bad habits, we just do them all. We don't even think. Like a lot of times, I realize a lot of times when you're eating, you're just bored. You know, you're just eating because you're bored. You're just eating because, oh, it's time to eat. And the thing that's funny that Dave and I always talk about when the weight loss, the surgery part is you realize that finish the plate thing because you can't. You know, like you realize a lot of times you're not even hungry anymore, but you ordered 6 wings. So, okay, let's keep it real. You ordered 12 wings. So after 4, you're really full. And if they're delicious, you're eating, but you're just eating because they're there. You're eating because you're going to finish them, you know, versus like, am I full right now? Yeah, I'm pretty much full right now. Do I really need to have 32 ounces of soda to start the meal and then another 32 ounces of soda to end the meal? Because again, I'm bored. I'm waiting for the food to come out and so it's things that you never really think about that you start to think about, you know? So guys, thank you so much for joining us. Doc, thank you so much. Rodney, thank you so much. Bootsy, Dave, everybody. Thanks, guys, for following. Wait a minute. Wait, Quincy going to hit us off? We say, Quincy? Faith without works is dead. Actions. Come on now, Quincy. Come on now. Have a great one, everybody. And we will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat station. Y'all two, them checks are in the mail. Dave and Bootsy, it's coming. It's coming.
It's all right.
Hey, I'm trying to buy some cryptocurrency. Come on now.
Okay, crypto. I got
you. Gotta get that wallet.